Hey everybody, Coach D here with TackleTrading.com. I was going over this week's options report and I was just looking at the list of candidates we've selected there. A lot of good potential breakouts, and I noticed one of the most common patterns we were seeing this week was that cup and handle pattern. About 4 or 5 of the picks on this watch list have that cup and handle pattern. So I thought we'd do a quick how-to on the cup and handle pattern. So we'll start out here. We'll back up and look at the first pickup here, CDNS. And this has got multiple resistance points out here. This is one where it's just been banging on that resistance out here. It's just hitting that resistance point, hitting that $47 price, coming back down, hitting $47 price, coming back down. Where we see the cup and handle here is just that last hit. Hit that price there. There's that resistance point. And inside there's a big old cup. And there's a lot of mess to that cup. It looks like the cup you made your mom when you were in kindergarten. But it's got that pullback and then it's poised for a breakout right there. And so there is the cup and handle right there. Boom, boom. And we look like we got some good upside potential on that one. And this one would be breaking to all-time highs. It's got this is one you definitely want to wait until it clears that old resistance. But there's some room for this thing to run to those all-time price highs out there. And so you got some congestion out here. We probably want to be buyers out here above that 47.50-ish, ballpark where we can trigger in. Maybe scale in half the position here and then the other half up here as it breaks out. But that's the idea. We've got a couple of other good-looking patterns here. We've got one, I believe, on Kohl's that has a cup and handle pattern. And there it is. This one's coming off a reversal. And I don't love retailers personally, but that's the cup and handle right there. And again, looking for a breakout. We've got some better looking candidates here on ROKU. And this is kind of an inverted head and shoulders / cup and handle. And again, you can just take that portion of it right there. And so you can go with, okay, here's the cup, here's the handle. You got a clean entry point just above 44 or so. And then again, the targeting technique for a cup and handle is you measure the cup. So here this went from about 28 up to about 44. And so that's what? That's 14 or so plus points. And so if you got a breakout, you could expect a similar type run out there towards 56. Maybe on the high end 60, you got the gap out there at 52. All good plausible targets for that to trade up into if that cup and handle does in fact break out. It's got a really high probability of breaking out. We've got a good looking pattern here on TDOC. And this one's kind of coming off of a reversal too. This cup's got a bit of a tilt to it, but it's that same cup, hits that resistance point, and then how that handle comes in. And again, this is about 42 to 64. That's a pretty good, maybe 44 to 64. That's 20 points ballpark. And so you could technically put a 20-point target out here. It would take it some time, several weeks to get out there. But, if it's breaking out above 64, I think you wouldn't be out of line to expect that to get back out to those highs of 84-ish, because that's 20 points out there. And so there's other resistance zones in between that you obviously have to account for. But a cup and handle is one of my very favorite patterns of all time, especially on a fundamentally strong candidate. We've got one on TDOC here that also looks pretty good. Oh, we're already on Teledoc. We did ROKU. There's one on Target that's got the gap down past earnings, and that's established the line in the sand, and kind of here's your cup and handle, and you're seeing that little tipped breakout. And just kind of poised to break out here. Same type of thing. You could measure the depth of the base here and say, okay, well, that went from 60 to 71. That's 10, 11 points, somewhere in there, 10, 11 points. And it would be reasonable to target that same distance up. We've got one on Workday. This is my favorite of the bunch because this one's breaking to all-time highs, and it's already poked its head above the resistance point here. So let me zoom in on that. And you've got, again, it kind of comes up, hits that resistance point, drops back down, comes up, hits a resistance point, comes in with the shallow retracement, and it's already broken out. This one's already poked its head up above that resistance, and it's doing a retest. And so there's another buy opportunity in here on the retest after the cup and handle breakout. Anytime it retests, that's a strong buy setup. So we can certainly look for that particular candidate. This has been Coach D with TackleTrading.com. Hope you enjoyed this little tutorial on the cup and handle. The key is you want to plan your trade around the breakout. Buy when it breaks out. Use stop limits to buy. Use a stop loss or a trailing stop loss on the breakout. Make sure you give it plenty of room to breathe. And then for targeting, use the depth of the cup or the depth of the handle for a less aggressive target. But the depth of the cup is a pretty simple method for an extended range target. And hopefully you found this tutorial helpful. And if you liked it, click like, subscribe. And of course, always come over and join us at tackletrading.com. We are putting all kinds of awesome content together for you each and every day. We'll see you there.